When I was imagining what this video would turn out like, I imagined something a bit more like this. But the reality is, when I wake up at 5 a.m, this is what it looks like outside my window. So look, it might not be as aesthetic, but this is my realistic 5 a.m. morning routine. So the first thing I do is just turn off my alarm, jump out of bed, grab my drink bottle and head to my office. That's where I turn on my light and kind of start my morning routine because Liam sleeps in till 5:30 or 6 and I don't want to bother him. It's slowly been getting colder here in Brisbane, so I just grabbed a jumper and then cozied up on my big rattan chair. I love this chair so much. It is huge. It's from IKEA if you're wondering, and it's just the most cozy thing, especially if you chuck a bunch of blankets on it. And this is when I start my quiet time. So the first hour of my day, I just invest in my relationship with God and myself. For me personally, faith is my number one priority. So before I touch my phone, before I start talking to people, before I start working, I want to spend that time with God. And honestly, it did take me a long time to be able to get to the point where I can do this so easily, where I don't even want to reach for my phone. But now it is such an easy habit and I cannot recommend this enough. If you would like to know how I structure my quiet time, so kind of like what I do and how I do it, I could totally do a quiet time routine video if that's interesting. I don't know. Let me know if you do want to see it. But basically, I just start off with some gratitude, then I do some prayer journaling, then I just read my Bible for a while, and I finish off with reading some type of Christian book. I don't really have like a strict time limit that I use for my quiet time. I kind of just go until I feel like I am finished, but I usually spend about 45 minutes to an hour to just over an hour in my quiet time before I get ready for my morning walk. So I just chuck on some workout clothes and head out for the morning. Hello guys, I am out on my walk. I honestly feel the need to go for a walk so much more now that I work from home, because if I don't leave the house like once a day, I feel like I go a little bit insane. So getting out of the house first thing in the morning is just so good for me. It also helps me get my steps in because again, I'm just like sitting at a computer all day. Whereas when I was working at the school, it used to be so easy for me to get heaps of steps in because my job was very active. But now if I don't put the effort in, it's just not gonna happen. I didn't pick the best time to go for my walk because it's definitely raining, but I wanted to talk to you guys for a second about why I get up at 5 a.m. and whether I think it's beneficial for everyone. I feel like our society is currently in this like phase of thinking that waking up early, like 5 a.m, 6 a.m, 4 a.m, whatever it may be, is equivalent to productivity and success. And while I do think that getting up early can be very beneficial, it won't make you more productive or more successful unless you use that time wisely. Waking up at 5 a.m. will not make you more productive. It's what you do with the hours that you're awake that's important. I go to bed at pretty much 9 p.m. every single night, and I wake up at 5 a.m. pretty much every single morning, which is a solid 8-hour sleep. However, if I went to bed at midnight and woke up at 8 every morning, I would still be awake for the same amount of hours. I wake up at 5 a.m. because I find that my most productive time frame is usually before lunchtime probably. Like that is when I am the most alert, when I am the most creative, when I am the most motivated. So that is when I get majority of my work done. However, I have friends and I know of people who are genuinely just like night owls. It'll get to 11 p.m. and that's when they'll get motivated. That's when they'll feel really alert, really awake, and they'll get most of their work done. And I just want to say, if you are waking up early for the sake of waking up early, so if you don't need to be for your job or you don't work better in the morning, then don't wake up that early. It is just pointless. If you and your lifestyle and your body thrives on an 8 a.m. or a 9 a.m. wake up, then do that. If you can do that with your job, if you can do that with your schedule, then make that work for you. And I don't think there should be this idea of guilt around how much sleep you're getting or when you wake up. Like just because you wake up later than 5 a.m. does not make you less successful or less productive. I would say the biggest thing about being productive is just using your time wisely. So if waking up at 5 a.m. leaves you exhausted all day and probably more unproductive, then don't do it. If you can wake up at 5 a.m. and you still feel creative and excited and ready to go for the day, then do it. I am definitely guilty of like reading a motivational book or reading an article about how CEOs schedule their day and kind of implementing those things into my life. But I think you just need to work out if they're actually realistic, if they're actually sustainable, and if they will work with your lifestyle. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, rant over. I'm gonna head home and I'll talk to you guys when I get there. As soon as I get home from my walk, I pretty much just head straight in the shower. These are the products that I use. I didn't have to wash my hair today, but I use Function of Beauty when I do. After hopping out of the shower, I just do my morning skincare. I don't have a crazy routine. I only use a few products, and honestly, I only started using these products a couple weeks ago. I like them so far, but I feel like I can't give you like a full review or anything. And now for some morning coffee ASMR. Bon appetit, ladies and gents. Good morning, guys. I'm still just drinking my coffee. I just finished my breakfast and I've come into my office. And this is kind of the point where I will start to do my hair or my makeup, depending on if I'm filming today. So yesterday I just had an editing day, so I kind of just skipped this step. I brushed my hair out, did my skincare and stuff, but I didn't wear any makeup. Today I think I will put some makeup on. So usually while I do my makeup, I'll either watch a YouTube video or I will Snapchat Georgia. If you guys don't know, George is my best friend and we are both full-time YouTubers and obviously spend quite a lot of time alone in our houses, which honestly I don't really mind that much, but it is really nice to talk to someone every morning and kind of talk about your day and catch up with each other. So I am going to start with my makeup. Just pop my mirror up here. I keep all of my makeup brushes in a mug, and my whole makeup collection is now just in this little makeup case. I used to have a lot of makeup, and then around 6 months ago I was like, I don't need all this stuff. I don't use all this stuff. So I feel like honestly over the past couple of years I've slowly kind of cut back, but now this is literally everything, and this is still probably more than enough. I don't have a very complicated makeup routine, so I'm gonna go wet my beauty sponge and let's get this makeup done. Officially all ready for the day, and now it's just basically time to start work. I actually have a full schedule that I follow every day. I know that my body thrives the best off routine. So waking up at the same time, going for a walk, getting ready, doing all of these things in the same order at roughly the same time each day just makes me feel the best. And in the same way, my work day is pretty structured. Although it is different every day, I follow the same kind of time blocking schedule. And if you do want me to go into depth of how I kind of structure my days in that sort of way, how I time block and what I do at which times and why I do that, I could do a 24 hours in the life of a full-time YouTuber if that would be helpful to you, if you think that would be interesting. But I feel like that's more of a full day thing. That's not really a morning routine thing, but I will tell you what I do first. I am super into learning about productivity, business, just kind of self-improvement sort of stuff, how I could be my best self. I love reading books about it, listening to podcasts about it, everything. Give me all the information. I want to know it all. And one of the best tips or theories that I have learned about and has greatly increased my productivity and time effectiveness of my day is to do your hardest task first. So if there is a task in your day that you know is either going to take a lot of time, you just don't want to do it, it makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable because it's a little bit harder, or you just know that it's a weakness of yours, it's not your strong point, do that task first. So for example, for me, this might sound really silly, but obviously it's different for everyone. I hate replying to emails. I hate doing my emails, and I'm really bad at responding to texts, messages, DMs, comments, all of that sort of stuff. So the first hour of my day is broken up into 2 half-an-hour segments where I spend half an hour replying to emails and half an hour replying to texts, comments, DMs, stuff like that, which is related to my work because I do social media as a job. Once that first hour of my day is done, I get to do all the stuff that I genuinely enjoy. So filming, editing, all of the other stuff, but the kind of admin-y, kind of mundane stuff is over for me. And I love it because, first of all, I do find it kind of difficult. It is something that's a little bit scary to me, replying to all these big brands errands, like it kind of stresses me out. So if I get that done first, it gives me this kind of confidence boost for the rest of the day that I know I have achieved my hardest task first. And also, I don't spend my whole day dreading the time when I'm gonna have to do my emails. It means I don't procrastinate that task to the following day, and my emails don't build up to a point where they become overwhelming. Whatever that task is for you, do it first. Whether that's emails, whether that's doing a workout, whether that is cleaning your house, whether it's making all your business calls, whatever you have to do your hardest thing first. And that's probably the best tip I could give you. Again, I could do a whole video about productivity tips, things that I kind of live by. I could do a whole like 24 hours in the life to show you what a full day in my life looks like. So if you want to see that, just let me know and I can do that for you. But I hope you enjoyed this 5 a.m. realistic morning routine. This is genuinely what I do every single weekday. I do sleep in sometimes on the weekends, but my body thrives off a 5 a.m. morning routine. That's just how I work. But this is kind of where my morning routine ends. So I'm gonna leave you guys here and get into the rest of my work for the day. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what your favorite part of your morning routine is. I would genuinely love to know. I think my favorite part is my quiet time because I just feel so cozy and so calm and so peaceful. But I love you guys and I will see you all in my next video very soon. Goodbye.